Oh my God, it's the Angry Bookworm.
Run!
Was that better the second time?
It was pretty equal.
Good.
I'm with it all. Oh, you mean sound-wise?
No, just quality and enthusiasm.
It was enthusiastic.
Good.
Just use that whole clip.
Okay. Chris, we certainly live in a society, don't we?
I'd like to believe that we do.
Joker's out on Blu-ray, so I thought we would take some time to go over the best and worst Jokers that have appeared in live action.
Not Hamill?
Mark Hamill is the best Joker. Animated, he does the voice in the Arkham games. It's perfect.
Agreed.
He could do it in live action, and it would be awesome. Since we decided to do this episode, you've watched Batman 66.
Yeah, I hadn't seen it before. I still haven't seen the movie. I saw the episodes with Cesar Romero in the first season, and I enjoyed it a lot. I like the old stuff like that. I'll watch stuff from the 50s and 60s all the time. And Cesar Romero's iteration of the Joker was very from that era. It's just fun.
It's definitely from that era. He's kind of an idiot.
Yeah.
He never at any point in that series strikes me as a threat to Batman.
No.
And I mean, I guess the number one thing that people point out with the Cesar Romero Joker is the grease paint over the mustache.
Which I might not have noticed until like 2-3 episodes in, if it wasn't immediately pointed out to me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think so. Well, there's a few shots of him just like laughing into camera for 5 seconds. So at that point, I really picked it up.
Yeah. Would you assume that was Cesar Romero refusing to shave his mustache? Or maybe that's just the Joker. Maybe he's an idiot and a lunatic, and maybe he just puts paint over his mustache.
It's part of his like real life disguise, so you can't tell he's the Joker when he's not in makeup.
Yeah, you know what? That makes a lot of sense.
We're rewriting canon here.
Yeah, headcanon accepted. That's I will absolutely accept that. All right, how many joy buzzers out of 5?
Give him 4.
A 4.
Yeah, worth a watch. It's not what the Joker is today, but I really like it.
And that's what the Joker was in the comics at the time. So, all right, Batman 89, Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson. Didn't like the movie much. I didn't like that Batman looked like he was supposed to be attractive because it was the 80s, but he just like had that curly hair and terrible like Steve Jobs neck.
Turtleneck, man. The turtleneck. I love the turtleneck. Oh,
terrible.
You're insane. The turtleneck is great.
I liked Nicholson's Joker. He was pretty good. He was silly as fuck.
He's goofy. He's got a lot of props. That's what I mean, like physical comedy props.
Yeah.
How old is he supposed to be in that movie? He's 55, because I looked it up. He's 55 when they filmed it.
He's a young man when he kills Thomas Wayne.
That scene I love, and that actor I love. They should have just gotten that guy.
He would have been good.
He was perfect.
Well, I mean, then you didn't have Nicholson and his being Nicholson, you know?
Think of the money they would have saved not paying Nicholson. But yeah, he made buku bucks playing the Joker.
Did that movie do that well? I didn't know.
I think it did. I will look it up after the fact, and I'll put it in the episode. Viewers will see it down below.
Little
yeah, asterisk this much at the box office.
Bang.
Yeah, so that much. So back to the Nicholson Joker. He's got weird pants and he wears a big beret.
I like all of that.
It's good. How old is this guy supposed to be? Because he's got like at one point I think Vicky Vale kisses him or like reaches behind him or something, and he's got like dust or lint behind his ear, or like there's just like weird stuff.
Well, that's like funny and silly too. That's a little jokery.
Yeah, it's just strange.
The 89 Joker though is really it's all about the props.
It is. Yeah.
The long gun, the acid flower,
gun. The hand buzzer, the joy buzzer.
Yeah.
The electric joy buzzer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got a live one here.
He's got that great scene with his henchman Bob, where there's a lot of shoulder rubbing, and it's you're my number one, a guy.
Yeah, creepy.
Remember, you are my number one, a guy. Yes, sir.
I love it. It's basically Jack Nicholson in Joker makeup.
Yeah,
I loved speaking of the makeup, the flesh colored makeup that he puts on, and I just love the creepy twisted clown smile that he has. I mean, it is really like kind of horrifying.
It was a different take on the makeup for the Joker too, because you haven't seen that before since, like an actual forced smile instead of like a Chelsea grin.
You're right. That's interesting. He's the first Joker that always smiled.
Nicholson was able to express through the makeup too. You can see when he's not like he's still forced to smile, but like he can express through it.
I don't think I can give it 5 joy buzzers. I look at Batman 89 through rose-colored glasses. I love that movie. So there's a lull. We go the entire 90s. We
Jokerless.
go Jokerless. And we go almost the better part of the 2000s without a Joker. And then 2008, before Joaquin Phoenix was even dreaming about winning a Golden Globe for the Joker, you had Heath Ledger.
Changing the game.
I think this is the pinnacle Joker performance.
He was my first Joker.
Do you think that performance will hold up, 20 years from now, 30 years from now? Do you think people will look back on it and be like, God damn, that was awesome?
Yeah, I think his part in it, like looking back even now, it feels more Hollywood than it felt watching it at first,
Yeah.
Big and unnecessary. But like Ledger's Joker still was what you wanted him to be. Like he wasn't out of place as in the world. And
he just kind of comes from nowhere and he just goes away and it's scary. He could definitely exist in the real world.
Yeah, it was definitely a turn for a more realistic form of insanity. You know what else I think helps with the realism of that Joker is the complete lack of a origin story.
Yes, I am a big fan of that. Whatever you've built up in your head of this character's origin, like where he came from, like where did the Joker come from?
You want to know how I got these scars?
In order for him to be like this now, what must have happened to him? Like whatever you've built up in your head.
It's better than what they could write.
It's way better than whatever they could write.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the problem inherently with origin stories. But I like that there's no concrete where the Joker came from in this. Even where he says how he got these scars.
Makes it even better.
Yeah, changes every time. I love that.
How many buzzers you giving him?
How many buzzers am I getting in the Heath Ledger Joker? It's 5. He's getting 5 buzzers.
See, I kind of want to back off of 5 just to leave some room, not just for Phoenix, but for like perfection, Ledger can have a 4.9. Because nothing's perfect. You can't be perfect.
4. He is as close to all right, as close to Hamill as you can get. That's how we should have done this. How close to Hamill are you?
How many degrees of Kevin Bacon away from Hamill?
He's like 1 degree off of Mark Hamill. He's as close to Mark Hamill as you can get without kissing Mark Hamill.
Without your eyes getting wet.
Yeah. This is I wasn't trying to do an obscure rating system, but god damn it all.
Well, we'd have to start over now.
Yeah. No. Gerard Leto. He's a good actor. I have nothing wrong with Jared Leto.
I'm a 30 Seconds of Mars fan, too.
Not a fan of his Joker.
It's not the best Joker.
I'm not going to say worst.
Just you're choosing your words carefully here for some reason?
For some reason, I've decided to choose my words carefully. You go, and then I'll go.
I'll start with things I liked about it.
Because you like it. So we'll do this compliment sandwich style.
Okay. It's not so much about the Joker. Like, the character felt a little bit forced, but it didn't feel like Leto was forcing it. It felt like the Joker was forcing it, which isn't really what the character is in, like, past iterations. But it was kind of a different take. Like, he's putting on this makeup and putting on this character to be the big guy that he is.
Like, he's trying something new. Like, for this point in time, the Joker is, another mafia boss, a crime boss. And I mean, I guess you can still consider that to be the case.
Yeah, if you want subtext. And then maybe they were just hoping it worked well enough that he would still be involved. Like, they have a spin-off and a sequel to that movie.
Yeah.
And if the Joker had been better received.
And see, that's the problem with this Joker, is that I don't think I can accurately rate it because he's barely in that film. There's so much deleted content from that movie that I would like to see. That they apparently cut like 30 or so minutes of Joker out of that film, like enough to make a Joker and Harley movie, which is the movie that I would like to see.
Yeah, it's probably a test audience thing.
Harley Quinn was easily one of the best parts of that movie. Like, I thought she was great. I didn't think that's a character I didn't think would translate to live action really well. Margot Robbie fucking nailed it. If I'm trying to do this objectively, I don't think I can rate him accurately on what I've seen.
No? When was the last time you watched the movie?
Maybe a month ago. And then clips for,
Studying up a little bit.
for research purposes.
And I watched it today for the purpose of like looking at the Joker, and I didn't hate it as much as I thought. I know Leto's a great actor and he can character act, but it just seems like he went extra because he knew the huge shoes he was stepping into, and he just overstepped a little.
Huge clown shoes.
Clown shoes, giant clown shoes.
A lot of helicopters exploding in that movie.
2, which is plenty.
One more than the average film. The average film has
exactly
one. Go back and rewatch Air Bud. Helicopter.
Yeah.
Yep. It's in the background. It's hard to tell.
Yep. Third frame, 1 hour, 2 minutes.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that the Joker needs to be, this it's not an award winning. You're not going to win well, no. I guess I shouldn't say that. Do we want to talk about the latest Joker? Joaquin Phoenix. Joker 2019.
Johnny Cash.
I thought it was refreshing, it was different, and I really enjoyed it.
I wish I would have seen it a second time because I felt like it's definitely a movie that needs a second watch.
I don't know if I asked this question to you or to someone else, but would you watch this movie if it wasn't a Joker movie?
You didn't ask me that, but I had the same thought. I thought if I didn't know the character, the Joker, how different would the movie actually be? Like, I would still watch it because it's an interesting concept to me, but I don't think it being the Joker, like maybe the only thing is it being the Joker might make it a little bit lighter. Otherwise, this person looks even more crazy because we have a space in our heads that is the Joker, and you're like, oh, that guy's crazy. He's gonna do that,
Yeah.
But this dude's, if that's not the Joker, that guy's fucking nuts. Yeah. Like,
I mean, it's a good movie. Like but it's so drastically different, and I think that to some people that are hardcore Joker fans, that might be a turnoff.
I could see it. Well, coming from the comic book side, you have a much greater understanding of the character. Like, there's a lot of different things that this character is, and it's not very close to that as I understand it. The other thing is like you said before, the lack of origin story in the comics. Like, it could just as easily be the same Joker as a lot of the comic books because, like, that happens and he has time to grow,
Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Joaquin Phoenix. It's a ha-ha.
Ha-ha funny?
No. Do you not understand this?
Well, ha-ha-ha, na-na-na, I mean, is like that's
good, bad.
That's how my brain's worked on this.
Okay. Well, he's a ha-ha.
He's a ha-ha.
He's not Mark Hamill, but that's not a bad thing. And he won a Golden Globe, so who the fuck am I? He actually won an award for it. So, I mean, I guess it's good. Anyway, that's the video.
You liked what we got? Give us a like, maybe comment, subscribe. Check us out on SoundCloud, Apple, iTunes podcasts,
Spotify, Instagram, Twitter.
Don't forget to write something on like a piece of bark, put it in a bottle, cork the bottle, and throw it into the ocean.
Oh, yes. That
we'll get all that. Like in the next few years, we'll find the bottle.
If you ever find yourself trapped in prehistoric time, don't forget to carve a like button and the Angry Bookworm on a stone tablet and bury it. We will get that. Just like walk outside and just yell out into the air. Just, I like you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. And we'll see you in the next video.